What's up? What's up? Welcome to another 5 on 5. I'm your host, Moni Lebro, and I hope you're having a fantastic week. Happy hump day. And we're going to get started with the Dolphins because they are heading to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars, with Tua officially returning to practice, at least as you and I speak right now for this episode. Nothing has changed regarding Tua. Crossing our fingers, he doesn't get an injury within the next couple of minutes and something changes last minute, but it seems that everything is well. So the Jaguars are 0-5 this season, not a single win. And I don't want to jinx absolutely anything, but if there's a time for the Dolphins to try to get it together, I think now would be a good time ahead of the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, just for your records, head-to-head, Trevor Lawrence sticks at home with 1,146 passing yards, while Jacoby Brissett is at 858. Now, the last word is that it seems that Tua could be on the field for the Sunday game against the Jaguars. At least that's what the Jacksonville team is preparing for. But because remember, as you see right there on screen, they released the injury report for both the Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins, and Brissett is on the list with a hamstring injury, a limited hamstring injury. So we'll see whether or not Tua gets his minutes on Sunday, but everything points towards that being the ending result for the Dolphins. So crossing my fingers for the Dolphins, crossing my fingers for the fans. I think you guys really need this win on Sunday against the Jags. Moving on, a team that has proved to be one of the top teams in the MLS is the Seattle Sounders, and their numbers and their stats speak for themselves. And I want to particularly highlight one stat, and it's the fact that the Sounders have made it to the MLS playoffs for the 13th season in a row. 13 consecutive seasons in the playoffs. That's pretty impressive, and that's what I called consistency. Now, the Sounders are at the top of the table with 57 points, and they have a 5-point gap with the second-ranked team in the West, which is Sporting Kansas City. Worth pointing out, though, their counterpart in the East, the New England Revolution, is even better in the table with 65 points and 18 points away from second-ranked Nashville. And it seems that we don't count with the same amount of luck down here in South Florida, and that's because Inter Miami's path to an MLS playoff spot is painfully narrowing down. And it pains me to say that. They are back down the table. They are ranked 11th in the East, and they have a 5-game losing streak. And I'm not sure that their record is promising enough for them to be able to get a playoff spot. But trust me, I want to be proved wrong about this, because I think there's nothing like seeing a young team, like in this case, Inter Miami, in a playoff spot. It's sort of like a plot twist situation, and there's a lot of underdog speculation going on. So I really hope I am proved wrong about this. I hope the black and pink of Miami can clinch to a playoff spot, but I do think it's looking really hard for them. Their next game is against Columbus Crew in Ohio on Saturday at 6 p.m. And the countdown to the World Cup continues. Who isn't hyped about the World Cup? I'm so excited. I'm counting down the seconds. And that's because we have 2 qualified teams officially. Denmark, right there, as you see on screen, and Germany. Of course, we have to count our host for the World Cup, which is Qatar, automatically qualifies. But so then we have 3 teams, Germany, Denmark, and Qatar. So the UEFA qualifiers are over for this for the time being, but the international break is not over, especially with Conmebol's 3-game fixtures, which will end on Thursday, October 14th, tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to Brazil-Uruguay, 2 South American powerhouses facing each other, to say the least, in Brazil, which is always a tough crowd. And this game is particularly interesting because these 2 big guys are facing each other after coming from 2 goalless games. Uruguay actually lost 3-0 to Argentina, which is kind of painful because that's a significant rivalry in South America. And Brazil tied 0-0 in Barranquilla with Colombia. So I feel like this game could really go either way. But at the end of the day, I feel also that Brazil has the upper hand. And the most hurt in the last couple of international fixtures is definitely Chile. They've dropped to the 8th place in the qualifiers for Conmebol, and they've only won one game out of their last 7. So the national team for Chile, you guys are in my prayers. Chile fans, you guys are in my prayers. Arturito, I don't know what to say. I think a lot of us expected more from you, but you're in my prayers. And so to finish off, friendly reminder, this is not even a friendly reminder, because I know that everyone in South Florida is super hyped about Miami Heat's first season game. I think it's been a long time coming, and it's really exciting because they're going to face the Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Definitely a little bit nerve-wracking, and of course, really exciting for what will be Kyle Lowry's first game in a Heat uni. Make sure that you are following 5 Reasons Sports for all the Miami Heat coverage. It's insane, through podcasts, articles, live streams, live shows. If you have no excuse to not keep up with the Heat if you follow 5 Reasons Sports. So with that said, make sure that you smash the subscribe button down here, that you follow 5 Reasons Sports on all social media. You follow me on Twitter at Monilebro. And well, hopefully I'll see you next week with better news regarding Inter Miami and the Dolphins, and regarding good news about Tua. Hopefully he's healthy enough to play and he doesn't get hurt a couple minutes into the game. I'll see you next week, and take care.